Hello and welcome to this training video on challenging your self-limiting beliefs. I want you to be limitless, which is what you are designed to be. But sadly, most of us live according to self-limiting beliefs, most of which we don't even know that we have, all sitting and dwelling inside the subconscious mind. So I really want to not necessarily talk to you about where these beliefs come from or how they get installed in there, but really I want to give you some very easy techniques to get rid of them so you can start living the life that you were always designed to live, which is one of abundance, which is one of happiness and ease and peace and creating exactly what it is that you want in life. So as I said, most of the beliefs we hold, we don't even know that we've got. Okay, they have been poured into us as we were children, learning what it was that was going on around the world that we experienced, from the things we saw, the things we heard, the behavior of other people, and we took this to be truth. Okay, and it all poured in, and we use this as like a filter to really sort of generalize and decide that's how life works, and that was how we created our perception. But as you know, this isn't truth. It was given to you by somebody else. And so unfortunately we are not taught to live from our truth. That's the voice that's in your heart, that's your soul, your spirit, that's what's wanting to guide the path. Instead we decide that the safest and most effective way of living our life is from our head, our subconscious, our ego. So I want you to really use this opportunity to challenge your self-limiting beliefs so you can rip them out of your system and start installing brand new beliefs that really feel incredible for you. And so when you are striving to go and do things, whether it's anything different, you want to make different new choices which radically impact your life and really take your life to a whole new level, you're not going to get in the way of yourself. Okay, so the first kind of tip that I want to bring to you, the first technique, is that every single time you feel a physiological response when you're triggered, and I'm talking about a negative physiological response here. Yes, we have positive responses as well, and every single emotion is physically felt in the body. Every single time you are triggered and you feel irritated, angry, annoyed, disempowered, unsupported, unloved, not heard, whatever that kind of negative emotion is, I want you to stop in the moment and go, what's going on? Your subconscious works on lightning fast speed, okay? And those beliefs that are sitting in there are going to get in the way of that self-awareness very, very quickly. So you've got to be quick. So the next time you are negatively triggered, take a moment, take a breath and go, what's going on here? Okay, because whatever's going on in the moment, in that exact situation, the reason it's triggered you is because of something that's deep down inside of you, something from the past. You've given meaning to a situation, to an event, and you have made it your own personal experience because of something that has happened way back. If you're hysterical, it's historical. It's a brilliant line and it's a good one to learn, because then you've got something to work with. You've got like a foundation. So let's give an example, and this is a really good example. Someone cuts you up in the road, and you get really, really angry, and you're like, how dare they cut in front of me? What do you think they're doing? They nearly clipped the front of my car off. What do you think you're doing, you stupid idiot? Whatever. The reason you have been triggered is not about that. It's about something else. It's about the meaning you give to it. So the next step really is to go, oh, that's interesting. What were the emotions that came up for me? What was the physiological response? Okay, I felt angry. I felt that it goes against the road laws. How dare you go in front of me when I was just driving along, minding my own business. Might be that you perceive that people are dangerous. And then once you've got that, you can then start working with it. Okay, so then the belief might be, I don't know, rude people get away with whatever they want. Um, I obey the laws, but nobody else does. Um, it's life is unfair. They get to drive exactly how they want, but when I follow the rules, doesn't matter. Everybody else gets away with it, but you have to do the right thing. So start investigating it. That's just a random example. Once you know what the belief is, using that example, um, people, life is unfair, for example, you've then got that belief, and then you can start asking, where did that belief come from? And this is a beautiful opportunity for you to do some journaling on this, because if you dial back, if you actually go back into your childhood, there will be an event, there will be a situation that happened which you decided was unfair to you. Okay, something happened, maybe you got the blame for something, maybe you were trying to stand up for yourself and no one was listening to you, but actually it didn't matter how hard you tried, you still weren't heard and you were still blamed for something and you felt that was very unjust, or it's very unfair. So it only takes two situations for your brain to, one, think that something is, truth, and then second, one more time to confirm it, and that's it. Bam, it's in your brain, and that's what you believe. I always use the example of, I don't know, someone driving a really expensive car. If they've, again, cut you up, the next time you see it and they drive like an idiot, or they drive really, really fast, you are then going to have a belief somewhere in your psyche that people that drive those types of cars are not to be trusted, they don't know how to drive, or they're arrogant, or they're rude, or whatever. You will have that belief. It takes only 2 times. Okay, so that's the first thing. So you can ask yourself, where did that belief come from? Was there a specific time or event? This is a great opportunity. Like I said, you can journal on this. It's a good opportunity to go into meditation, close your eyes, and ask, show me, where did that belief come from? How old was I when I felt that belief, or experienced that, or created it? Who was I with? Why is this so familiar to me? Who told me that? Probably a parent or a teacher, some adult caregiver in your realm, quipping something which went on to really damage you. So dare to go into it. Ask the questions. Think about, what feelings it created in you. If someone's treating you unfairly, what does it make you feel? Does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel unloved, not supported, unheard, not good enough, not worthy? Think about what the feelings are. Where do they come from? What does it remind you of? Why is it so familiar? Because you've been carting around these feelings for so long, and all it's doing is actually showing you an emotional need that hasn't been met. Somewhere you felt that you weren't heard, somewhere you felt that you were blamed for something, and consequently you've then gone on to believe that the world is really unfair. And then what happens is we create our reality from our belief system, which then means that you go on to start creating a life which just confirms your belief. And that's what I want to go on to now. And think about how this belief might have been stopping you. If you believe the world is unfair, what has it stopped you going for? Has it stopped you, playing big because you think that, you've not got a chance against the big guys? Has it stopped you, going and stretching yourself in a certain career because you just think, well, nothing ever works out for me, and, life is unfair? What has it stopped you going for? What does it cost you? But also, what are the hidden benefits of having this belief? When you attach hidden benefits to beliefs, and of course we all do, think of the belief that you're not good enough and therefore it's because you've got a fear of failure. The hidden belief there is that you're never seen as weak, you're never going to feel judged, You're never going to make a mistake and feel that everyone thinks you're a fool. There's hidden benefits to holding on to this belief, because it keeps you safe, it keeps you small, it keeps you in that sort of emotional place. You might not like it, but it's safe and it feels familiar. Okay, and your nervous system is all about you staying in a place of safety. It doesn't want you to be happy and evolve and expand. It wants you to stay safe. So, you know, what are those hidden benefits? Okay, and then kind of why do you want to believe it? I guess that's tied in with those hidden benefits. What value does that belief have for you? It's going to get in the way of you growing, and it actually means that you can kind of try and blame others for where you are in life. Well, newsflash, the only person that's in control of your life is you. And we have to take responsibility for where we are in life, and what we've enabled and what we've created, all from our beliefs and our emotions and our thoughts, all of which that don't belong to you. And we have created it all. So we have to take responsibility for it. And then what about the evidence? Because the way this works with beliefs is that your brain is always looking for legs to support that belief. It's always looking for evidence. It's looking to prove itself right all the time. So you will have evidence to prove this self-limiting belief. I guarantee you. So this is all very well and good. So we've dug around and we've stirred up the rubbish and like, okay, I've been carting this horrible self-limiting belief around in life that, the world is unfair. That's not true. That is not true. It's just a belief that you have decided to be correct. So how do we move on and up and out of this? And this is the crucial thing. So I'm a big fan of journaling, and it is a transformative process. There's many different ways you can do journaling. I tend to do intuitive journaling or stream of consciousness journaling, but you can also do things like, you can do conscious journaling, like why do I, have this belief of being that life is unfair? Or why do I feel that life is unfair? And just, you can just write bullet points or questions. Where did this come from? And just investigate it. And I'll guarantee you will come up with so much evidence to prove that that is true to you. So that's the first thing. So journal on it, investigate it. And a lot of people will not do this work because it feels dark. They don't want to go there. They don't want to stir the stuff up. But the thing is about beliefs is that as soon as you start poking holes in them, as soon as you start challenging it, you are ripping those legs from those beliefs. Okay, you're starting to realize they are not actually that truth. So now, how do we move on? Well, the first thing to ask yourself is, how would you feel if you didn't have these beliefs? What would you be doing? What would you be feeling? How would you be behaving? How would your life look if you weren't attached to these beliefs? Because as well as I do, that if you didn't have these limiting beliefs, you would be limitless. You would be out there pushing through the boundaries. You'd be, trying everything. You would literally be huge and evolved and expansive and growing, and you wouldn't give a 2 cents about whether life was unfair or not. You would just be, I'm the goal, I've got my life to live, living it according to my highest potential. I can create anything that I want. So how would it feel if you didn't have these beliefs? Next question, does it even feel possible for you? Does it feel available to you to live like this? Can you live with this new belief? Does it feel safe to have a belief like this? A lot of the time when we're up leveling and we are, sort of shedding off that old identity and stepping into who we truly, truly are, it's a scary place, okay? We're fearful of judgment, what other people might think. It is like a grieving process. I went through it myself. You're literally leaving an old identity behind and stepping into someone else. What will people think? Will you still have your friends? And you are kind of almost, you are on your own trajectory, and it can be pretty scary. But what's worse is when you're staying in a place that you don't belong, okay, and you're letting other people decide how you're going to live your life. So I encourage you to do it. Sort of feel the fear and do it anyway. So when you get to this place, you can sit in that beautiful place of visualization and meditation and just kind of wallow in the bliss of not having this belief. Just wallow in that bliss. And when you can do that, when you're in that place, oh, it feels amazing. And the more that you do it, the more your brain is going to believe that that is actually the truth. And then start collecting evidence. Collect evidence for that belief. You can just get a piece of paper, write your new belief on top of there, and proactively look for evidence every single day to start proving to your brain that this is actually the new belief. You need to flood your awareness. Stick it up on the fridge, put it on your phone, stick it wherever, so you can actually start installing that new belief. These beliefs, they're entrenched in you. You have had them for a long, long time. They're not going to go anywhere quietly, but you do have the power to rewire your brain. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly fusing and unfusing and wiring and unwiring brain cells together to learn things, okay, or to forget things. And your brain learns on repetition. The more you tell it a new story, the more it will believe it to be true, and then the more it's going to look for evidence to support it. Another really nice thing that you can do is you can actually fold your arms and cross your body when you're saying these beliefs. Literally just repeat the beliefs every single day, over and over and over again. Life is fair. Everyone's just doing the best they can. I am on my path. Life is fair. Life is a beautiful experience. We are all on our own journey. Just brand new beliefs, because then what you're doing is you're telling your left and right parts of your brain to talk to each other, and that really helps, just doing the crossover, to actually start wiring your brain with those new beliefs. But you've got to do it daily. This is the basis of positive affirmations, and it is a process, okay? It is a daily process. Your brain wants you to run on unconscious, old, out-of-date thought processes that don't belong to you. This is you consciously going in with awareness, like radical self-awareness, going, that's not right, and I love myself so much, I want to improve my life so greatly that I'm willing to go in there and do the deep, dark, dirty work until I actually install those new beliefs. And if you carry on doing this, as you sort of think yourself into being and you proactively look for evidence to support that new belief, I guarantee you, your life is going to change for the better. You do not change from habit alone. Oh, I'm going to not think that the next time that car cuts me up. That's not going to happen. Okay? You have to reverse engineer it to how you think and how you feel about it, and the beliefs that are supporting those feelings and emotions. Get into that and change that, and you will become unstoppable. So I hope you found this training video useful. There's also a link to a Shift Your Limiting Beliefs workbook, which I'm going to add to this. And yes, I really hope you found this helpful. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye for now. Bye.